The Detroit Lions are shaking things up just in time for a showdown in Washington. Could these roster tweaks be the secret weapon they're hiding? As the team gears up for their clash with the Washington Commanders, they've rolled out 3 significant roster adjustments that might just tip the scales in their favor. But here's where it gets intriguing. Some of these decisions could stir up debates among fans about long-term strategies versus short-term wins. Let's dive into the details, breaking it down step by step so even newcomers to football lingo can follow along easily. First off, they've brought safety Daniel Thomas back into the fold by activating him onto the 53-man roster. This marks the Lions' initial recall from injured reserve this season, a big deal in the NFL world. Thomas had been sidelined with a forearm injury picked up during their Week 3 matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. As a standout on special teams, think those crucial kickoff and punt returns that can change a game's momentum. He's expected to make a strong impact this Sunday. With safety Kirby Joseph already ruled out for the Commanders game due to his own injury, Thomas adds vital depth, ensuring the Lions don't have a hole in their defensive lineup. It's like having a reliable backup quarterback ready to step in. Without him, the team's rhythm could falter, but now they've got an experienced hand to keep things steady. To clear space for Thomas, the Lions have waived safety Jammie Robinson. Robinson had only joined the team a little over 3 weeks ago, scooped up from the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad, a group of players who train with the team but aren't on the full roster yet, kind of like understudies waiting in the wings. Since his arrival, though, he hasn't seen any game action, sitting out as a game day inactive each week. This move highlights the tough choices coaches face. Sometimes, you have to cut loose a promising but untested player to make room for someone proven, even if it means parting ways quickly. And this is the part most people miss. Waiving a player so soon could be a sign of the Lions' confidence in their core group, or perhaps a shift in defensive philosophy. What do you think? Is it smart to bet on veterans, or should teams give more rookies a chance? Next, they've temporarily promoted offensive lineman Michael Niese from the practice squad. This comes hot on the heels of last week's loss of starting left guard Christian Mahogany to a leg injury that put him on injured reserve. The Lions were reportedly scouting various ways to fill that gap, and while backup lineman Kayode Awosika is slated to start, Niese offers extra insurance with his familiarity. He's been with the organization since 2023, so he's no stranger to the playbook. And last season, he even logged 35 snaps in live action as a mid-game sub. Think of the offensive line as the fortress protecting the quarterback. Without solid depth here, a team's entire attack can crumble, especially in a high-stakes game like this. By elevating Niese, the Lions are playing it safe, ensuring they have options if Awosika needs a breather or if injuries strike again. It's a smart, calculated move that underscores the importance of versatility in football. Finally, the Lions have adjusted linebacker Malcolm Rodriguez's status to out for Sunday's contest. He's still on the physically unable to perform (PUP) list, a designation for players recovering from significant injuries, like Rodriguez's torn ACL from last year. He's been back in practice for a couple of weeks now, which is a great sign, signaling his potential return as soon as next week's game against the Philadelphia Eagles. PUP is essentially a rehab period, allowing players time to heal without rushing back and risking further damage. It's like giving your body a personalized training camp before jumping into the action. For a player of Rodriguez's caliber, this delay could mean he's ready to explode onto the field when the time comes. But it also begs the question, are the Lions sacrificing short-term edge for a stronger long-term lineup? And here's where it gets controversial. Some fans argue that holding back star players too long can hurt momentum, while others say patience pays off. Do you believe in playing through injuries or waiting for full recovery? Share your thoughts below. Agree or disagree, we'd love to hear your take on whether these moves will fuel the Lions' playoff push or leave them vulnerable in the heat of battle.